think I like filming this way because you can't tell if I'm wearing pants. I am, just so you know. We are 3 weeks from release. I cannot even. Okay, so even though Christmas just passed, I'm going to tell a Christmas story. It's not a great story. So the thing you have to understand up front is that my family is not particularly religious. We like celebrating holidays because it's fun, but I think we realized that we weren't religious when I was given something Buddhist on Hanukkah with the Christmas tree in the other room, and I was like, you guys, I think we just need to be honest with ourselves. So ever since then, we've just celebrated Christmas, but we celebrate it as a time for giving, a time for being with family. We kind of strip away any of the religious pretense, and it's just like, woo, presents and a really pretty tree. You also have to understand that growing up, I was obsessed with Santa Claus, like the idea of Santa Claus, because you see, I grew up and my parents left Santa left these letters that were amazing, and they were in glitter on the back of a piece of wrapping paper, and it was just kind of epic. So I grew up with a really epic Santa, but I'm an adult now, and I can acknowledge that, but I still really love my Christmas traditions, kind of obsessively, as this story will show. So we are always home for Christmas. There is a ritual, there is a routine, we do not break it. But a couple years ago, we were like, you know, everyone's all grown up and everyone's adults now, so let's do something different. So we decided that instead of doing presents, instead of doing the tree, instead of doing all these things that I love, we were gonna go to Quebec. And we were gonna have like a winter wonderland Christmas at this hotel that was just supposed to be magical. And so I was like, okay, fine. I will give up my presents and I will give up my Christmas tree because we're going to go and we are going to have an experience. And so things go wrong from the outset because we get there. There has been no snow this year. This is a place that is normally buried in snow at this time. It's supposed to be all Christmassy and festive. There's like this much ice on the ground. Like, it is the most terrifying, treacherous situation I have ever been. You cannot take 2 steps without sliding, and I am like, we're all going to die here, this isn't fun. So anyway, so there's a sheet of ice on everything, and I'm like, fine, but the hotel is going to be super Christmassy. And we go in, and the hotel's fine, like, it's pretty, it's kind of Christmassy, and I'm like, whatever, it's gonna be fine. But we go out then, and we're like, we're gonna have a Christmassy dinner, it's gonna be great. And we go out, and the dinner was awful. I have like a little Christmassy village. It's like, we're gonna go shopping in the Christmassy village. And then my parents got into a huge fight in the Christmassy village, which was not Christmassy at all. So we get back to the room, and some kids, okay, like part of my Christmas ritual is like you put out those cookies and carrots and a glass of milk for Santa. And I'm sitting here, I was like 22, okay? So this wasn't like I was 12. I was 22. And I'm going back to the room and I'm really upset, and I see that some like little kids, like 5 and 6-year-olds, have left out cookies and milk for Santa in the hall of the hotel. And I just remember, like, bursting into tears. 22! And I burst into tears because I was missing my rituals, and these kids had their rituals, and my parents just looked at me, and they were like, oh, are you serious? I'm just, like, sobbing, and I was like, this isn't Christmas! It's not Christmas! And they were like, never again. We got home, and they basically were like, we can't take you anywhere. And so every Christmas since, the rituals have remained. And then this year, Santa forgot to eat his cookies or drink any of his milk. So it's the closest thing I have to a Christmas story. Can't take me anywhere.